Second reason, the religion of the victims. You know, I think it's an interesting thing. Sometimes Christians themselves don't pay attention to the persecution of other Christians, much less non-Christians pay attention to the persecution of other Christians, especially here in the United States, where those with cultural power are more likely to have Christianophobia. And so the death of Christians does not weigh as heavily as, say, the death of Muslims or the death of atheists or the death of other groups. That, you know, they will acknowledge that this is not the United States and so Christians could be persecuted. They tend to dismiss some of the Christianophobia that happens here in the United States, but they'll probably acknowledge that. But then they don't have to pay attention to it as much. I suspect that if this was Muslims being murdered by Christians, there'd be a great deal more attention being paid to it. In fact, having done some research on bias in the media, where I looked at church shootings, where a Muslim church being shot up by a Christian looked a lot different from a Christian church being shot up by a Muslim. The media personnel paid much more attention to the Muslim church being shot by a Christian in this hypothetical that I gave them. So I do think that that is a factor.